Hi, it's James here today. And this is just my advice for young drivers. When I was 22 years old, I had bought my dream car, an 87 IROC. And it was a little icy out one day, and I was driving down the Highway 401 in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And, you learn to drive. And whenever there's hills, you got to slow down because the ice builds up on the hills and they get slippery. And I tried to pass somebody because I was in a little bit of a hurry. I ain't saying where I was going. Well, technically I was going to the bar to meet my buddies, but then I rolled my car. And there was a couple older people behind me that hit me, and they were on their way to Florida in January. And I had blood coming out of my forehead, my mouth. I was upside down. I crawled through the hatch. And when the T-tops broke, this is what I got on my hand. If you can see that. The T-top went through my hand. And it sucked balls. I was bleeding out of every orifice. Every orifice. But the family that were heading to Florida for the winter vacations, and they ended up hitting my car. They were so nice. They understood. I'm like, shit. So my message is, when there's hills on the road, the ice or rain, especially rain and ice, it can be really slippery. That's just my message to young drivers. Just drive slow. Fuck. You'll get up in the hospital and fuck everybody's day up. Just drive slow. I fucked up. I admit that 100%. But we all made it out, and survived, and, insurance paid for everybody's car. But it really sucked balls. And it was a little cold, and I got an ambulance to the hospital, bleeding. They couldn't even give me a blood transfusion because they said I lost too much blood. And they didn't have my type of blood. I'm like, oh God, this is great. But anyways, just a message from James today to younger people who are driving in their 20s. Take your fucking time. Don't rush on icy roads, slippery roads, and watch hills. Hills are weird, really weird. Sometimes the rain hits them and the sun hits them and they're really slippery. When you see a hill, you back down. Don't be fucking driving like a whack job. Anyways, just a message from James today on driving to the young people. James out.